Alright, Tracy, we've covered a lot already. We've gone through about 4 things that are major mistakes people are making. What would be the 5th mistake you see companies making when they get on the job?
Well, the 5th mistake is somewhat similar to one of the mistakes I talked about earlier about not being the adjuster. Okay? I want to take it from, put the shoe on the other foot. Most restoration companies go into a job wanting to be the hero. You've heard me use the Superman analogy before. They're making a critical mistake. It's great that you have a good reputation as a restoration company. It's great that they like you. That's all wonderful. But if you're able to make the insurance company that customer has look like a hero, I promise you it's going to bring you a lot more work. You're going to get a lot more satisfied customers. First of all, you're going to make the customer feel good about the decision they made when they bought the insurance. You're going to make the adjuster a lot happier because their job just got a lot easier. And it takes the focus off of you. I'm a firm believer in, if you're a good servant, helper to people, it'll come and reward you later. Don't try to make it all about you. Make it about them. What do I mean by this? It's quite simple. If you have a water loss in a bathroom, for example, and the vanity gets all wet and it's soaked up and stuff, the first day you probably won't notice any swelling or any damage to that vanity. It's too wet. Well, usually that stuff shows up on the end of the first day, the second day, that sort of day. 90% of the time, I will call the insurance adjuster and say, listen, Mr. Adjuster, we're seeing damage in this vanity. We're going to recommend it be replaced. Would you like to call the customer or would you like us to? Tell them. Some adjusters say, oh, just take care of it, don't need to talk to them. But they really appreciate the step of, hey, that's great. Let me talk to them and tell them what their grade of vanity is, for example, and move forward. That's the critical step. Another step is you need to make their agent feel like a hero too. You're going to get a lot more work for these insurance companies if you treat them the way that you want to be treated. Because when they go in there, they're going to say, hey, you've got Steamway here? Oh, you're going to edit that part.
So just,
yeah,
they're going to say, hey.
They're going to say, hey, you've got Tracy here. He's going to do all this great work for us, and we've worked with them in the past. They're a great company. They've got a good reputation. So we kind of scratch each other's back. How do we do this? Simple.
What does he like?
The sun shines. That's cool. Okay. I already brought up the one. You need to let the adjuster help the customer. It makes them feel good. It puts them in a good light. Think of it. Would you like to be an insurance adjuster where you're going into disaster after disaster and telling them what's not going to get paid for? It makes them feel very good to be able to actually help a customer now and then. And it's really easy to make them look like a hero, and they appreciate that. This one's really simple. Let that customer know that the agent is checking in with them to make sure that the loss is going well and that everything's getting taken care of and that their customer is cared for. Now, you don't have to tell them that maybe it's your restoration company calling them to say, hey, Mr. Agent, this is what's going on in this job. They don't need to know that detail, but if you make them look like the hero, it makes the agent feel better, they're going to refer more work to you, and it makes that customer feel very comfortable with the decisions they make. A lot of, well, it's not just restoration companies, it's across industry. Everybody likes to complain or play down a competitor or whatever. Don't get into that game. If you don't get into that game, you'll never fall into a trap. It's easier just to step back and make the people who need to look good. And number 3, sorry, I got to look at my notes here for a second. start over with that.
Okay.
And number 3, wow, my brain is fried today. Okay, there we go. Number 3, didn't know I was going to write a book, but number 3, let the customer know that you've worked with this insurance company before. It's a critical piece of the puzzle. A lot of times restoration companies beat the insurance company there. Oh, you work with XYZ Insurance? We've done a lot of jobs for them. I happen to know their adjusters are some of the best adjusters in the industry. They're helpful, they're friendly. I'll bet you'll deal with this person or this person if you know names. It gives that customer a sense of comfort. Number 1, you're the expert. They know that you've done a lot of work. They know that you have worked with this company before. And number 2, it just makes that insurance adjuster, when they walk up to that front door, they're welcomed warmly, like they're going to help. And that's a critical piece of it. And as far as number 5, the 5th mistake, that's pretty much covers what I do on each job.